All right, unmute the microphone and put me on the screen here. And howdy, folks. It is Friday. Do kind of a little bit of adjustment of the camera here. All right. Sorry about that. I know I'm almost a half hour late. I'm sorry about that, but as everyone knows by now, if you're in the park, your water is off, and they are working on it back there. And there are some tools and parts that you can plan for everything ahead of time, but best laid plans of mice and men and go awry. So had to do a little bit of running, and but I am here now. Water tanks are being inspected, repairs are being done, and moving along there. So good morning to everyone. And we I don't think the people that called and the one that were surprised that the water's off and for the day are here online today, because most everybody that's been here um, knew about the water going off. But we did everything we could other than going knocking on their door. And the community channel, I mean, once a week, tune in. For those folks that they just got to do a little bit on their own to keep in touch. But we sent emails, text, notes on doors and everywhere, and did everything we could. So hopefully all goes well, and at sometime later this afternoon by 4:30, the water will be back on. I know that we are going to have to issue a precautionary boil order, and then they'll do a test and let us know when that boil order can be lifted. As I was last week, I didn't got the graphics today. There are many available filter options that will take out the I guess they call it prepper stuff if you want to filter your own water. But I don't not anticipating us having a boil order for very long. Precautionary boil order. Our water has always been very safe, and it's not going to get bacteria in it. But as it said, precautionary boil order, don't drink the water for a few days without boiling it, and that. Hopefully everybody prepared ahead of time. You set aside enough water that you won't have to worry about it. All right. Okay. We have 10 people in there. Good. Like I said, a happy Friday to everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Warmed back up a bit, but it's not too warm. Deer season is on for a lot of people, so I wore a shirt that in case I was back there having to help with anything or whatever, or if I got splashed with chlorine, I wouldn't ruin my best shirts. So got me a deer hunting season uh, shirt on. So deer hunting season is open for most states this time of year. Excuse me, still got a little bit of stuff running down my throat that affected my voice, and a little bit of a dry cough here. All right. I hate to be bringing this up again, but and like I said, I'm preaching to the choir here, but remind everybody that uh, walking your dogs, no matter if it's on your property, walking to the place, you should take your dog in a car and should not let them relieve themselves on the way to the dog park. That's where it should be done. But always clean up after your pet. We've got some apparently some folks that are not adhering to that. I've seen pictures on Facebook and whatever. I surely hope that we don't have to end up doing DNA tests on dogs and then DNA test on poop and then having to track down people that are not picking up after themselves. You have to be with your dog at the dog walks, and you have to observe when they leave something behind. You need to pick it up. That is for if The responsibility of owning a dog is picking up after it. All right. And then that's pretty much it on that. Okay. As everybody's coming back, it looks like we have a good amount of folks here. I know a lot of people, it's been right after Thanksgiving. A lot of folks have been rolling in. They're going to be here for a while and go back for Christmas. Some are staying here. Welcome to everybody. Do remember, if you're cleaning up, repairing, is of course we want everybody to do that. But if you change something on the outside, the rules do state you have to fill out a site modification form. That includes changing the color of, well, if you're going to paint something, if you're going to change the color, that in the rules is supposed to be approved by the association. And so the site modification gets turned in the office. I represent the association, and go check it out and sign off on the approval. There is, of course, only, I can't even remember how, there's very few site mods that I have to say, no, you can't do that. There has been a few, and we've tried working everything out so that you can change what you're doing to adhere to the rules and everybody's happy. But like I said, I represent the association, but if there's a reason to go that you think that I'm wrong, then you can it can go to the board and to the association larger. But anyway, site modification forms are in here in the office. You fill that out. I try to take care of them in a very short amount of time. Yeah, on the bar did that. I have seen there are lots of HOAs that have a problem, that a lot of the other HOAs and condos and all that, they do require a DNA test on the dog. And if they find the poop and it tests to be your dog, you do get fined. So yes, that does, it is a thing. Okay. All right. There's Jeanette. Oh, yep. Going to go back to Jamie. As people say, as you're coming in, I know that as you're driving here or traveling here, you come in across a bunch of germs. A lot of this is also the time of year that cold and flu season, and of course they hit us here in the office. But we're pretty much through it. This is hanging on. This may be allergies. I don't know. Maybe not be a cold. Maybe an allergy at this time of year for because we got the oak trees dropping all their leaves and all that. So this may actually be an allergy. So that I have that's hanging on. Okay, the compactor. I still haven't got word when it will be back. Please, during this time that the compactor is gone, if you take a cardboard box back there, please flatten it before you take it back. And don't put assembled cardboard boxes. We have to maximize the usage of the space in the dumpsters. Otherwise, the stuff is spilling out before we have them emptied. I have increased the frequency of the empty so that we don't have piled up. But help us out on that by flattening your boxes. And as you're putting your trash into your trash bag, if there's something that you can squish flat, would appreciate if you could do that. That would just really help us out. Okay. And I just remembered, I know that it was put out on Facebook in a few places. They are collecting the clean milk jugs or the opaque milk jugs for the luminaries. So they are collecting them. I think we got the orange trailer down there set up to put them in it. Remember, that is not plastic recycling that goes in there. Only the milk jugs for the luminaries, so that they was it on Christmas Day that we put those out, or on New Year's? I think we put but anyway, they get put out. So collect the clean, opaque, the milk jugs, and put them in the back there by the dumpster. Like I said, don't put any trash in that trailer. Don't put plastic recycling. We aren't doing that. The only recycling that's being done is paper only in that one bin, and that's the only thing that goes in there. Okay, we have a toy drive going on. We have a collection box here in the office. There is a raffle ticket you give for putting in toys, and you don't need a present to win, but they will give out a gift to pull that ticket, do a draw, and somebody will win a gift card. Excuse me. All right. Along with that, if folks coming back, concert season is back in session. And our first one, let's see, this is one got to read here. It's concert season again. Get ready to take life in the fast lane and take it to the limit with the Alter Eagles. Tickets for this concert will be $20 each and will be on sale at all lunches starting on 11:30 and breakfast. So that's November 30th, which was yesterday, and breakfast starting on 1. It says 1/6. I think she probably meant 12/6 because 1/6 would be a little bit later. So, well, maybe breakfast don't start till January 1/6. Yeah, I'll go with the actual date that they'll be starting the breakfast on. So tickets will be on sale starting January 6th. Don't be a desperado. Be a peaceful, easy feeling kind of person. Come join your neighbors in a fun-filled night and laughter, and even bring the new kid in town. So that's all Eagles songs are songs that we all remember. And I guess I'm not good at imitating Casey Kasem. But anyway. All right. So that's the concert tickets are going to be going on at the lunches and at the breakfasts. So the breakfasts are starting on 1/6. All right. Got that done. All right. One other thing that we need to just to touch bases on. Communications. We are using the ONR, and it sends a email and text. We don't call it. It does not have the ability to call and leave voicemails or voice calls. But we found that most people didn't catch the call. Voicemails are a long time. I've had voicemails show up two weeks later after the call by the time they process the voicemail. So it's not a very good way of communicating. We need people to keep your addresses good with us, because this is an example of our last mailing. See that? What's that? Return to sender, not deliverable as address. We need people to keep your address good with us. If you change your address, also, if you own more than one lot where you want your mail to go to, we have a way of correcting that doing that in the top system, so that your mail, all your notices would go to one address instead of maybe one of your rentals that you might have. The mailbox is closed, and so then it goes and ends up back at the post office. Remember the community channel, like I said, not only with the sending out the emails and text messages, and on that ONR system, you contact me, and if you want a second phone number that you want text to go to, we can do that. If you have a good email address, that would be great, and we put that in there so that you both people get emails and text. But if the second person does not have an email, we can overcome that by we generate a fake email, because the ONR system does require you to have an email in that spot. But on the top system, of course, we don't send out that, but we want the correct address, correct phone numbers, correct emails, or your primary where you want stuff to go to when we mail it. Because we'll December 11th is when we send out the next notice. So that'll be the 30-day notice for the election. The election is going to be January 10th. That will start the meeting at 10 o'clock. And by starting the meeting, that authorized the count to take place. That's all it does. We open the meeting, authorize the people to count the ballots, and then we adjourn the meeting till 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then that is the actual annual members meeting. We announce the results of the election. If you have not signed up for the electronic voting, which would be saved us from spending all the money to prepare and print envelopes and ballots and all that, you can get it electronically in an email, read it, save some paper, save our postage, especially for you Canadian residents. It's going to be, the mail takes time to get there. And then if you can electronically vote, you don't have to worry about your ballot getting back in time. So really encourage you to sign up on get the app on your device. Most of you have a device, or sign in on the ONR webpage, which we can send to you if you request it, and consent to the electronic voting. You do have to sign it. To ensure the integrity of the electronic elections, you have to sign it. I approve it. I cannot change emails. I have to send a request to the people that the ONR support, and they're the ones that change the emails, and so it keeps the integrity of the voting system, keeps the integrity of it. Okay. Of course, we need good mailing addresses or good email addresses and good phone numbers. Okay. That is pretty much it as far as what I had wrote down. I can't remember anything else going on. I will be back and forth in the office, going back and forth to what work that we're getting done today, kind of overseeing that and making sure that we have the water up and going before too long here. Do we have any questions out there? I don't see any questions. Okay, there's Lisa had something here. New Year's Eve tickets on sale Wednesday and Thursday, 11 to 1 for the next 2 weeks. So tickets on sale for the New Year's Eve. Who's going to be here? I don't remember seeing who's going to be here. If you can remind me of that. I did put on Facebook today. Our newest employee, Gilly, it's a longer name and all that, but he goes by Gilly, and he's been a really good addition to our maintenance staff. So did put that on there. Let me see. Is there anything else? I think we did put out that the January 1st, that's another month away, is the next quarterly maintenance fees. Don't forget, you need to get those in before the 15th of the month. You don't want to incur late fees. And I guess I got a question here from Irene. Is the green bin going to be moved from back corner? Yes. Friday, that our vegetation one is going to be moved. We're keeping a vegetation dumpster here. If you see it, don't you dare put any trash in it. We're gonna put it in a different spot. That is only for the employees. It is only for vegetation only. That is for picking up the park and being able to throw the palm fronds and everything else into a dumpster, so we don't have to go out to the dump with the truck and trailer. We tried that for a while and found out that it was not cost effective, the amount of time it took us to go out there, and just about every time that we went out there, we were fixing tires And flat tires used to cost a couple bucks to fix, but now, well, and they won't even fix some of them. You have to end up buying a $150 new tire. So we use we have a dumpster set aside away from the trash dumpsters. Don't put any trash in it. It's only for vegetation, but that is going away from your corner there, Irene. Uh, that was just a handy spot for a while, but it is going away. Okay. For the DJ Harry, same group we had last year. I believe last year was a pretty good rocking time with the group that you had in there. So, like I said, like the New Year's Eve tickets on sale Wednesday and Thursday, 11 to 1 for the next 2 weeks. All right. Are there any other questions, other comments? Like I said, we welcome everybody back. I know I haven't, because of these, I do these and try getting my information out. I don't usually I try to get an article for the Acorn, but for some reason I'm not very good at writing. And but anyway, I haven't had a manager's moment in the Acorn, but I really try getting the communication here and try answering the questions. My email address is available at any time to answer questions and on anything else. And let's see, also any other concerns. My email address, my phone number is available for texting. Do try to be considerate of my evenings and weekends. That, if you can wait till Monday morning to send it to me, I'd appreciate it. Answering standard questions on the weekend, just, and please don't bother Chris at home in the evenings or on the weekends for stuff that should be run through the office. He lives in the park. Don't be chasing him down, and his weekends should be for himself and his off times for himself, and do the request the proper way through the office and that. So Chris is very congenial on that, but sometimes he says it is kind of I don't know what you call it. Like I said, not considerate of his time, that asking business related questions and stuff that is taken care of through the office, through me, and through the park, the rest of the stuff. All right. I guess other than world events, which we won't really get into, just taking a quick look. My desk, I know when you come in here, my desk got stuff spread out. That's only because I guess I'm a visual person. I see something that'll remind me. My trying to remember stuff off in the memory, as some of us, as we've gotten older, can forget what we're doing while we're doing it. So doing that there. Appreciate all the good comments that people come back and say they like how the place looks. The guys are doing a great job on that, and we will continue to do that. We are confident of spending the money in the park for repairs and stuff, but it's what do they say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So, like, we working on the sewer tanks. The inspection today, of course, was mandatory, but the repairs and replacing valves and all that is preventative maintenance, and also, just catching up on some stuff that had gone bad. We do as much as we can ourselves, but when it comes time that it's supposed to be either code requires professional or certifications, then we got to call them in. But our guys do a great job of most everything that we can take care of ourselves, and we do it, and keeping this place nice and neat. I hope everybody appreciates the new doors and the windows in the clubhouse. Still got the siding to get repaired and working on that. Uh, that has been a little bit of a tough spot. We do have a contract. We have some folks that are going to fix one corner of our seawall up there by the fish house. We're on the canal there. It has eroded away and is in danger of being a real big problem if we don't spend the money now and put up some little bit repair that section of the seawall and the wood there. So we're working on having a Stingray coming in, and they'll be working on that soon. So if you see that, some people have, excuse me, crossed the way on the other side of the canal. That's called New Aquatics. They are putting in a facility to see if they can get the phosphorus and the other nutrients out of the water to clean up Lake O. And that's what's going in there. The only thing I don't like about it, what they're pulling out, apparently what they get out of the water, they're going to inject in a deep well. And I'm just not real thrilled about that. But that's on the state level on that. Okay. Have yourself a great weekend. Thanksgiving's over. Christmas is coming up. Be careful. Remember the reason for the season. Let's all practice patience while we're here in the park. Please slow down. Stop at the entrance. You don't have to worry about it closing on you if you got your credential and you're sitting in front of the gate. It will open back up if and so you can stop at the stop sign and make sure that we don't hit anybody. With all the extra people here, or not I say extra, but all the people returning. There's a lot of people walking. Pedestrians have right of way, but pedestrians also have to make sure that you got the right of way, but don't be dead right. But all of us in cars while you're driving need to slow down and be aware of pedestrians. We don't need anybody injured here in the park. So, and as I drove by the pickleball this morning, it sure looks like the pickleball is a busy place. So, all right. Thank you very much for coming in. We shall see you on the next one. I'm sorry about being late and running late, but like I said, I had to take care of some stuff for this repair going on and make sure that was going good. Have a great weekend. Till I see you on the next one, live long and prosper.